Israel accelerated its air offensive in the Gaza Strip overnight into early Saturday and destroyed the offices of Hamas Prime Minister Ismail Haniyeh, in what appeared to be an intensifying focus on targeting sites connected to, and leaders of, the militant Islamist movement that rules the coastal territory. The strikes slowed during the day, as Gaza militants continued to lob rockets across the border into southern Israel. Just before sundown, Hamas said it had shot an Iranian-made Fajr-5 rocket at Tel Aviv, and air raid sirens sounded in the city for the third day in a row. The Israeli military said its newly deployed missile defense battery intercepted the rocket before it landed in the populous coastal city. On Saturday night, the Cairo-based Arab League held an emergency meeting of Arab foreign ministers to discuss an Arab response to the situation. Many of the participants called for Arab assistance to the Palestinians and a reconsideration of Egypt's peace treaty with Israel. The League's chief, Nabil al-Arabi, urged Arab states to adopt a strict stance on the conflict, although it was unclear whether the usually toothless body would be able to agree on decisive action by the end of the meeting. "We can no longer accept empty meetings and meaningless resolutions," he said at the start of proceedings. Egyptian President Mohamed Morsi also hosted meetings Saturday with two regional heads of state to discuss the makings of what he and other regional leaders have promised would be a more robust response to Israel's actions than in past conflicts. He and Turkish Prime Minister Recep Tayyip Erdogan discussed joint efforts to stop Israel's attack on Gaza. Morsi's spokesman, Yasser Barli, said in a statement published by the state news agency MENA. Morsi also met with the Emir of Qatar, Sheikh Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani, to coordinate the delivery of emergency aid to Gaza, MENA reported. Speaking at Cairo University on Saturday afternoon, Erdogan reiterated his condemnation of the ongoing Israeli offensive and called for a new era of Egyptian-Turkish cooperation. "If Turkey and Egypt unite, everybody will be singing of peace in the region. And if we stick together, the region will no longer be dominated by crying and weeping," he said. The mound of rubble. Haniyeh's offices, where he met Friday morning with Egyptian Prime Minister Hisham Kandil, were reduced to a mound of concrete rubble, in one of what the Israeli military said were 200 airstrikes overnight. The bombing preceded the arrival Saturday morning of a large Tunisian delegation that includes the foreign minister. Among other buildings struck were smuggling tunnels beneath the Strip's southern border with Egypt, the civilian police headquarters and the house of a commander of Hamas, which Israel considers a terrorist group. The commander was not killed, but 30 people at the house were injured, Gaza medical officials said. 9 people were killed overnight, bringing the death toll of the operation, now in its 4th day, to 39, the officials said. 3 Israelis have been killed by the rocket fire coming out of Gaza,